3, 2, 1, go! Hello and welcome. Today we're going a little further. It's day 66 of adding 100 meters. So we're going 6.6 kilometers. And once again, beautiful weather. Although it is getting colder here in Denmark. We're nearing the end of August, which is the last summer month here in Denmark. Then we get autumn. And even colder and normally more wet weather. So we have to enjoy these days. It's also getting darker, noticeably darker. The other day when I was running at that IKEA up in Ørestad, we started at 8 o'clock and finished at 9 o'clock. And at 9 o'clock it was already very dark. Obviously Denmark is a rather northern country, so in the summer we get a lot of light. Almost all evening is still bright, and then already at 4 o'clock in the morning it's getting light again. But now that autumn is coming and later winter, it will get a lot darker, which is also something that I have to consider. I don't really think there's a lot I can do about it. Well, obviously there's nothing I can do about it being dark or light, but whether I should actually run in the dark, that's normally not a problem. But I don't quite know how well I can actually record these videos if it's extremely dark. So we'll just have to wait and see. Otherwise I might get a headlight or something that can light up the path in front of me. But for now, it's great weather. Beautiful and sunny and not too cold. It's not really cold at all. But I can see that people are starting to wear more clothes. Don't see as many shorts and t-shirts anymore. I see people are also wearing coats and so on. But I think it's about 13 degrees at the moment, Celsius. I don't know what that is in freedom units. But yeah, I'll have to look it up. I'll put it on the stream. And I think it's okay when you're running. It will get warmer through the day. Today we're getting around 20 degrees, maybe 21. So it's really hot summer weather, but it's good for Denmark at this time of year. But we're going 6.6 today. I think progress is good. We're going further and further all the time. We are reaching that 7 kilometers this week, which is almost going to be the average. So we are going 47 kilometers this week or something. I haven't got the exact numbers, but we're above 45, that's for certain. So I actually reached almost 50 last week because of the long run Saturday, the 10K. But it actually registered as 11.5, which was an error because we were running indoor. That IKEA run was amazing. You should check the video. I put it up yesterday. Finally got it made. But the GPS didn't really work inside. So I don't know how it actually registers the distance that I went, but apparently it decided to be generous rather than just not give me distance. I don't know how to really say it. So the path should be just around 10 kilometers, but apparently it registered 11 and a half. So I got a bit more than I actually did. But when you look at the map, you can see all 4 laps. But obviously they divert a bit here and there, and it's just it looks like a lot of scribbled lines, which it also is. So, but it was a great run. I really enjoyed it. It was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. As far as we know, there are no plans to make anymore, but they are looking into it. Sorry, we got the highway down here. I made some comments on Facebook that it would be great if they did more runs like that, but they couldn't promise anything, but they would look into it because apparently it was a great success. So, but it's still a small race. Well, not very small, because there were 1,000 runners, which is pretty good. But they couldn't have added any more. I mean, 1,000, that was the max, because we were really lining up some places. Whenever we got to stairs, for example, we would just line up because people would slow down and you couldn't pass each other and so on. So there were a lot of times when you couldn't really run. And then they put the drinks and food. There was one place on the lap where they put drinks and food, and they did that just in front of the stairs, which was both a good thing and a bad thing, because then people stopped even more. But on the other hand, we were already stopped, so we could actually use the time to get some water or some energy or some food. So stroke of genius, an error, I don't know, but all in all it worked out. And I mean, as I said, there were 4 laps, and on the last 2 laps we almost didn't stop, and I was only going 10 kilometers. There was also the half marathon, which the runners who did the half marathon had to go 8 rounds, and they would have had plenty of room to run on those 4 laps. So but yeah, 1,000, that's certainly the maximum, but it worked out well. And I think people were well aware that they wouldn't be able to make PRs and so on. So that was good. And I'm going a bit of another way today, just to try and mix it up. I think we've been here before, but I wanted to take a run into Ørestad again. I used to live up here for more than 10 years actually. So I really have a connection with this place. It's not very far from where we live now, but we wanted the boys to be able to stay at the same school when we moved. So we didn't go too far away, but still, even though it's not too far away, it's very different because where we live now is old. Old. It's not really old, but compared to this, it is. People been living where we live now since, well, more than 100 years. And up here, this has all been built within the last 25 years or something, 25 years. So, and there are still being added new things and new places. So it is, in that sense, new. And it's a lot more modern and has the metro and the mall and so on. Fields is a big mall here in Copenhagen, and it lies in this part of town. So we'll just take care here. So this is Ørestad. And I'm going to put on some music. We got 4.5 kilometers more we need to go, and a bit, but I hope you enjoy the run, and I'll give a little wrap up once I'm closer to the finish line. See ya. So this is actually the building where we used to live some 3 years ago. I'm looking at my watch, it's got nothing to do with it. We lived on the 10th floor, and I'll show you the view. I have a lot of photos from back then, but we had a view of the golf course over here, an amazing view, and we often think about that view. I got it as a wallpaper in many variations on my computer, and I must say that even though I'm very happy with the new house, that view was amazing and I really miss it a lot. But yep, we live up there, and then obviously this was, and the sun sets this direction, so we had some really beautiful sunsets. On we go. Okay, so we just passed the highway, which is going from the airport and to the rest of Denmark. And beyond the airport, people come in from Sweden. We have a lot of Swedes who work in Denmark, and we'll have a lot of Danes who live in Sweden but still work in Denmark. And each day they cross the bridge to get into Copenhagen and work. But now we're just passing Royal Arena, which is the largest venue in the area for music and comedy and stuff like that. But yeah. And then we're going into the southern Ørestad. The one we just went through where I lived, and the park and so on. That's called the center, Ørestad Center, I think it's called. But there's a northern part of Ørestad, there's the center, and then there's the southern part, which we're in now. And this is the newest part. And I think it's more residential, where in the center of Ørestad it's more mixed between office and residential. I know there are offices and businesses down here, but in general it's more residential. But beautiful place, a lot of interesting architecture, especially in the southern part of southern Ørestad. We have a lot of big architecture houses that have made some interesting buildings here in Ørestad. At a time, actually, people traveled from all over the world to see some of these buildings. I guess they still do, but perhaps less so than before. So yeah, I just put on my music again and you can enjoy it. I'm going to go all the way down to Kalvebodfjellet, where I normally run, and then go home from there. But I'll talk to you later. The building on my right is one of the more interesting buildings. It's hard to see from here, but it is it's called the figure 8. I mean, as in the number, because it has the shape of the 8 with 2 centers, and then the apartments are placed in a way that you can walk all the way up and have like a street. I'll see if I can show you. See, this is the lower part of the 8, and then the buildings go up, but you can see that ramp goes all the way up, and then on the outside and all the way to the top up here. So you have this path. You know what? One day I'm going to run it, because there's also a great view, but it's a bit hard to see. Actually, we'll just do that one day. I'll run all the way to the top, then I can show you this building, because it's quite amazing. And you see, when we get on the other side, we got all the green of Kalvebodfjellet, where I normally run. This building over here, and I don't know the English word, but it's called stævnen, which is the front part of the ship, the bow. I'm not sure, because like a ship, it goes into nature with the bow of the ship, like a wedge. And again, it's a bit hard to see from here, but you can see this is the number 8. Then we've got some other buildings over here, but I'll run a tour of number 8 one of the days. So that concludes our tour of Ørestad. It's well behind us by now, and I've got about 100 meters left. So I hope you enjoyed that. A bit of Ørestad history and a bit of architecture, and then we'll take a trip of the number 8 one of these days, and I can tell you a lot about it, about the architect who made it and when it was built and so on. But I just have to look some parts up. But thanks for joining me. 6.6. Yep, we're getting close, and distance is getting further every day. So thanks for joining in. See you tomorrow.